episode 342. Congratulations to my good friends, Kevin, Heidi, and Zach on their amazing half marathon performances by getting personal best at the OC half marathon. Let's go! The OC marathon was pretty awesome as well. My good friend Emily, she PB'd and BQ'd at the OC marathon. Way to go! And my good friend Chris, he ran his very first marathon and got an automatic personal best. So proud of you. Giant shout out to my very good friend JJ. Congrats, buddy, on your amazing 250 at the Colorado Marathon. You're right, it's only the beginning. It's only the beginning. I'm so happy for you, Melvin, for finding one of the really valuable meanings of all heart during the Indianapolis mini marathon last Sunday. Helping others and sharing your energy with the running community is a giant part of all heart. And I'm so proud of you for finding that while running your personal best at that half marathon at the same time. So awesome. Today I'm going to talk about runner's knee and shin splints and what we can do to correct our form to avoid these types of injuries and pain. When I was a healthy young teenager, I only ran 27 miles a week and I had the worst shin splints and knee pain all the time. Now, late into my 40s, I run between 70 and 100 miles a week, every week, all year round, and I never have any type of knee pain or shin pain. Jack Daniels says that the most common cause of a running related injury is due to a form breakdown, and the form breakdown that inevitably leads to shin splints and runner's knee is typically overstriding. Now, I'm not talking about heel striking. It's not necessarily heel striking that causes shin splints and runner's knee. It's overstriding. So you can have your own natural foot strike if your running gait, if your natural running gait uses a midfoot strike or a forefoot strike or a heel strike, as long as you're not overstriding and you're striking the ground beneath your hip, you can have any of the three types of foot strikes: forefoot, midfoot, or heel. My good friend David is dealing with shin splints. He sent me some footage of himself doing strides.
When we look at David's stride breakdown, it's easy to see a pronounced overstride where his lead leg is fully extended, and although he's not striking the ground at full impact at that full extension, it's clear that his foot will end up at full impact well in front of his hip. This extension of the lead leg far in front of the hip causes a lot of pressure on the knee, as well as sudden impact that almost stops the flow of the gait cycle. These forces over time and repetition will certainly cause runner's knee and or shin splints. So why does David overstride? When we look at the beginning of David's gait cycle, he starts with a pretty good knee drive. However, before his knee reaches its apex point, David has already extended forward his foot to reach farther out to gain more ground. So we see David's knee at a very low point and his foot travels further forward to make up some more distance. How can David correct this? The overextension of his lead foot is caused by a lack of an extension of his trailing leg. We can see at the beginning of the gait cycle, David has really good power as he is coming off the ground and beginning his knee drive, but he does not continue that power and get the most out of it by extending his toe off or his trailing leg. It remains bent, and since his stride length is being shortened from behind, he's overcompensating and trying to elongate his stride length from the front. To combat this overcompensation of elongating his stride from the front, David needs to extend his trailing leg so that it is straight. It'll give him more air time along with a more powerful knee drive, bringing his knee higher, almost making a 90-degree angle with his thigh parallel to the ground and his shin perpendicular to the ground. By fully extending his trailing leg, it'll give David more air time in the knee drive, and it'll eliminate any time for David to extend his lead foot forward. He just won't have time to do it. In order to stop himself from falling on his face, David will need to snap his lead foot down, and his lead foot will end up impacting the ground right beneath his hips. So it's easy to describe and might be even easy to conceptually understand, but then how do you apply that to someone who's moving somewhere around 12 miles an hour? David needs to develop some muscle memory, meaning he needs to do some repetitive actions so that he doesn't even have to think about it anymore, and he'll be able to replicate that motion. So here are some drills and plyometrics that David can do in order to develop the muscle memory so that he can have a very powerful knee drive and a fully extended toe off, a quick snap down of his lead foot, and a foot strike directly beneath his hips. Not just when he's running at easy pace, but even at full speed. Controlled knee lifts are a really good way to get your brain to visualize the motion, as well as to test your body's mobility and control. You want to start with really good posture and make sure that you have good control, and hold the knee lift at 90 degrees with your thigh parallel to the ground and your shin perpendicular to the ground. In a controlled motion, put down your foot and repeat this knee lift 10 times for one side and then 10 times for the other side. You can do 2 sets of this to start. A more dynamic way to practice this high knee lift is to apply it in a jog. Lightly enter into a jog and then assume the position of the knee lift. Make sure your body is straight and relaxed, your thigh is parallel to the ground, and your shin is perpendicular to the ground, and your supporting leg is fully extended. Hold the position for a second and then go into your jog again, and then assume the position in the alternate leg, repeating this process until you execute a high knee lift for each side 10 times. A more dynamic and powerful way to practice the knee drive is to do plyometric drills. The basic way to do plyometric drills is to do high knee skips. It's a more dynamic and powerful way to do the skips that you used to do when you're in elementary school. So get a jogging head start, toe off into a very powerful knee drive as far off of the ground as you can. Fully extend your supporting leg and drive your knee so that, again, your thigh is parallel to the ground and your shin is perpendicular to the ground. Maintain good body position and form, and reach towards the sky as high as possible with as much hang time in the air as you can get. Practice this 5 reps on each side. You can start with doing 2 sets of this plyometric exercise. An even more explosive and dynamic form of this knee drive is to do the triple jump drill. So once you feel pretty powerful and you're getting good hang time on the plyometric knee lift, then you can advance to the triple jump skips. This time we eliminate the jogging head start and we do powerful knee drives successfully, one after the other. You can start by doing 3 reps on each side in a total of 3 sets. So just like David, if you feel like you might have an overstride due to having some pain in your shins or in your knee, then get some video footage of yourself from the profile. Break down your stride and see if you are indeed overstriding. And if you are, practice these drills. Develop some muscle memory and develop a really, really good, fully extended toe off and powerful knee drive. And you'll be on your way to pain-free running in no time. I want to say thank you to our lovely Patreon team. We really can't do it without you. Thank you so much. Do you have Instagram or Strava? If you do, you can follow me right here. Thanks for joining me all the way to the end of this talk about how to deal with knee and shin pain by correcting form issues like overstriding. Good health is so valuable and important. So I really hope that this video helps a lot of you find good health and happy running. I hope you had
a great day and a meaningful run. We'll see you in the next one. All right, bye now.